Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight I've got a brand new series for you guys and a way to spice up our live streams as well. I know what you're saying. Spartan, this is not World of Warships Legends. What are we staring at? You, my friends, are staring at my treat especial. I have created a series of wheels for World of Warships Legends. This one that you're looking at currently includes all of the legendary tier ships that I actually own at this moment, including Cristoforo Colombo, because I forgot that I don't actually own that one yet. But it's on here. So if we get that one, we'll have to respin. But as you can see, I've been busy tonight. I have not only created a legendary tier wheel, I have created a tier 7, 8, 6, and 5. I know I went out of order. But seriously, everything from tier 5 all the way up to legendary tier, I have created their own wheels for. I have not just created their own wheels, but I also have a class-specific wheel from tier 5, tier 6, tier 7, tier 8. I also have decided in my own craziness to just go ahead and add every ship that I own from tier 5 to legendary tier into one ginormous wheel because reasons. That's why. So let me show you guys that monstrosity. For those of you who don't know, I own from tier 5 to legendary tier, I currently own 208 ships. Do you know how I know this? It is this wheel right here. This has every ship from tier 5 all the way up to legendary tier that I own. Good, bad, in the middle, destroyer, cruiser, battleship. Doesn't matter. I say every ship. I didn't add the aircraft carriers because screw aircraft carriers. I'm not playing them. I'm terrible. So for destroyers, cruisers, battleships, from tier 5 all the way up to legendary tier, I have a wheel specifically designed and randomized so that all I have to do is go, I want to play a different ship tonight. Spin the wheel! What can we come up with? Orange Jesus, take the wheel and give me a ship. It's the Friesland. So, you guys know what we're about to play. We're going to jump into Friesland. We're going to get you guys a fun game. And the best part about this challenge is this is going to be a one-off. I'm going to jump straight into the game, record the very first game that I play in Friesland, and that's what you're going to see. Could be bad, could be good, but it'll be different. It'll be fun, and I hope that you guys enjoy, because I needed to bring something new to the game. Had to. This is my one way to get around all of the folks that are like, Spartan, you always play this, or you always play that. Now you can't argue with me. I have a random wheel, and it'll all be a thing. And what's even better is we could actually just, as we get one, we remove one. You know what I'm saying? If we wanted to do that. We're not going to do that, though. Not yet. Maybe in the future, but not currently. But I have created several different wheels that we can use in live streams as well as on my videos so that I can make some fun and engaging content for you guys. Because you know that there is nobody out there that brings you daily content like I do. Nobody. I am the great one when it comes to consistency. Nobody else does it. Yes, other people may upload here and there. They may miss a day. They may stream more often than I do. But nobody brings you guys consistent uploads on the daily as much as I do. And now that we have all of our ships in one place, I can just spin a wheel, pick a ship, and go for it. So if you guys are excited for this, I need you guys to punch the like button and leave a comment down below if this is something you guys want to see more of. Because personally, I'm excited. I really am. You see these wheels all over YouTube. They're using them everywhere. And this took a lot of effort for me to put together. I had to type down every single one of these ships into a Word document. Then I had to make sure that I put them into a randomizer. Then I had to put them into the wheels. And I did that 21 times. So, again, let's get to the gameplay. Alright, so we're going to be on Land of Fire. We are in the Friesland, and we are going to be showcasing the ship as well as I can, given the match that we end up in. You guys have seen me have some ridiculous games in this ship. I actually took the Will to Rebuild off and put fully packed on, which gives me an extra smoke screen, gives me an extra sonar, gives me an extra engine boost, and we're going to use some of that in this one. This one's also going to be pretty annoying for me because things don't go the way that I thought they were going to go. So hopefully you guys are ready. Let's get right into it. So right off the bat, we spawn on the left side. There's 2 of us in the game in terms of destroyers per team. So I'm going to try to get myself to a position where I can spot for the team immediately, right? So want to get away from the islands as quickly as possible, go up towards the cap to try to grab the cap. When you're playing destroyers, your main focus needs to be to A, spot, B, map control, which includes capping if it's a domination match, and C, spotting and helping remove enemy destroyers, because they are literally the thing that will absolutely ruin your entire existence. Now, with all of that being said, we have a Bismarck here, and I'm not going to lie to you, what's about to occur is what can only be described as just absolutely obnoxious from my perspective. So, I'm going to get into a cap. We're not located, so whatever is against me, and make no qualms about it. I was pretty confident there'd be a destroyer over here, but whatever's over here isn't using twist and track either. So we go ahead, we target the Bismarck, and my goal here was to get my smoke screen set up and hope that the Bismarck fired his guns, but the Bismarck never fired his guns. And of course our battleships aren't in a position to detect him. So instead we are just sitting here with no ability to spot, and then I goober and drive out of the cap. And Bismarck got spotted for a split second. We take a shot at him, and we get a couple of hits, but no fires. Then he gets spotted again, and now we get to unleash the DACA. But again, he just gets spotted, disappears, spotted, disappears, spotted, disappear, and that is my biggest issue with the Friesland. The Friesland's #1 asset is its guns. That's it. It doesn't have torpedoes, so you rely on these guns to do everything. And you need teammates to help you spot. Unfortunately, our Caracciolo decided he wanted to smoke up while he's bow in, and there's nothing to crossfire. I don't understand it either, but whatever. He smokes up, which forces us to go forward. Bismarck gets spotted again. We've kind of rolled out of the smoke here, so we don't want to fire right away. As the Bismarck's starting to get close, though, I'm thinking, okay, we need to get out of here. Bismarck's about to get into the cap. He's going to stop us from capping, and so until other like words, we need to get out of here. So it's time, move out of the way. You know this guy's got long range sonar, so we got to get out of there. I say long range, it's like 4.5 kilometers. It's basically the same sonar we've got. But we get a fire early, and we're going to go ahead and just continue to shoot the superstructure, try to get as many fires as possible. There, his damage control's finally off cooldown, so we get the first fire. I'm looking for that second fire. We get the second fire, then we go ahead and we start to turn away. Initially, I was thinking, okay, just stop firing the guns. You don't need to shoot them anymore. Then I was like, okay, we could switch to AP here and go for some more superstructure hits, see if we can't finish them off. We get some shots into the superstructure, and we do manage to get the kill with the fire. Now, Bismarck out of the way. Our Caracciolo has just like YOLO'd straight into the middle of the map. So he's not long for this world, especially considering he used his he used his smoke early. And now our smoke is about to disappear. We're going to go ahead and get into the Charlie cap again and get this cap because, again, #1 priority, try to get the caps. We were able to get rid of the Bismarck without losing any hit points, which is huge. We're already at 27,000 damage. Our other battleship is a Bismarck, and he's hiding behind the island, and yet he's still losing all of his hit points. And so we can kind of get an idea where the destroyer's at. Plus, we know where the destroyer's torpedoes were coming from. So we're going to move over in that direction. But my #1 priority is get this cap. Secure the cap, and then I'll hunt the destroyer. Right? That's going to be my next goal. So get the map control, then go after the destroyer. We don't have a smoke. We don't have a sonar available. We don't have an engine boost. So going right now would be a bad idea. Anyway, we do spot the enemy Mogami out there. So we know that there's 2 cruisers, 2 battleships left over here, and a destroyer hanging around somewhere because we saw the torpedoes. So our team, we lose a Charles Martel, unfortunately, but we still have both of our destroyers. And to his credit, our other destroyer managed to put himself in a position to grab the cap. We fire at the Mogami here, and then I stay spotted. Nobody's in my spotting detection range, so it has to be the destroyer, right? Makes sense. Now we get going forward, we avoid getting hit, so we do get the solo cap. Now we're going to go ahead and move forward and try to go after where I think the destroyer is located. So we're going to go straight towards the enemy over here. We do have a smoke screen ready. We're about to get our sonar back. The enemy York is over here, which is not ideal. And what I do next, this is a dumb idea. Look at my positioning on the map. Nobody can see me, right? Even if they do spot me, they're gonna turn away, and then I hurried up and dropped a smoke screen while I'm behind island cover. This is just dumb. So you'll see why this is so dumb in a little bit, but the main reason it's dumb is just because, like, I was never in danger. There was nothing spotting me. I just preemptively smoked for no reason, and this is something that gets a lot of destroyers into trouble, including myself. Those smoke screens, especially in a gunboat, come in real handy for open water gunboating, right? You want to be able to break contact when needed, keep your distance. Now, we have no use for the smoke screen. 2 minutes of smoke screen wasted, right? So, with that, we're going to go ahead and start pushing forward. We're going to try to get into a position to counter their destroyer since everybody's running away. York turned away. Iowa started to turn away. So we're going to go out here. We get detected initially, but we know that it's just a matter of time until we detect the destroyer because he detected us, but he's behind the island directly in front of me. Notice how we got detected and then disappeared, right? Now he's inside of our sonar range here, so we're just going to go ahead and target him with the gun, start DACA away. We know he has torpedoes, and you can see he is definitely trying to torp us. You can see the torps. So here I have to respect the torpedoes, because if I take a torp, I die. But fortunately for us, we were able to take half his hit points away before he even got a chance to shoot us. You can see he's thinking about trying to turn away. He cannot disengage. I don't believe they come with smoke screens, so he's gotten himself into a position where he can't really get out of it. But unfortunately, I also end up not being able to take him down quick enough, and so he gets away for the moment because we went behind the island. And now we're still spotted because he wasn't the only one spotting us. The York has come back and spotted us, and he's hit us with some HE. So we're trying to dodge the shells from the York. And again, it's not the most difficult thing in the world when you're in a super agile destroyer to dodge shells, right? Like, even at medium range, or sometimes even short range, you can dodge quite a bit of enemy fire. Now we're at 44,000 damage, which I know is not a lot of damage, and a lot of the time when I play destroyers, you're not going to see like ridiculous damage games. You're going to see good, smart gameplay that's focused on winning, which is why my destroyer game, or pretty much all of my destroyers that I play, with the exception of a few really bad like tier 6s, I think, pretty much all of them have high 60s win rates. And the reason for that is because I play to win. I don't play for damage, I don't play for XP, I play to win. Now you can see, we go back, Osterjutland once again was not ready for us, so we come back out and we finish him off immediately. Unfortunately, our battleship eats the torpedoes. The guy was spotted. I don't know what else to do for that battleship, you know. That destroyer was spotted, he saw him, we knew where he was, and yet he put himself in a position where the destroyer could hit him with torps before I could get back and finish him off. We do have our last smoke screen ready to go. We got an Iowa over here. Look at the distance between me and everybody else here. This is another wasted smoke screen. I do not need to use my smoke screen here. This Iowa is never going to be a threat to me. Not really. You can see he doesn't even fire his guns at me. He fires at the battleships because reasons. You know, nobody fears a Friesland until the Friesland starts just reducing your health over time so quickly. Like, Friesland doesn't seem like it's very dangerous until it does, you know, what it just did. But unfortunately, again, we didn't get a lot of damage there because our battleships just deleted the guy. He's just sailing broadside. He deserves to get deleted, right? Now, here we're going to start to push straight out into the mess. We've got all the caps. There's no reason for us to sit back. We could win on points, but there's more to be done here, and we can do more to help our team. We don't necessarily need to put ourselves in a bad position, but we can do more to help the team by keeping the guys lit up for the battleships to shoot at, forcing people from hiding behind their little islands so that they can't continue to do that. The other destroyer is actually going to put himself in a really bad position because the Mogami is going to rush right out into him. And I don't know if the destroyer dies, but we're going to try to put ourselves in a position to make sure that the Mogami, if he does fall back, will have shots on him. You can see I'm already loading the AP because I know at this range I can definitely do some serious damage to that Mogami before he gets his guns on me. Remember, Mogami's a heavy cruiser. Doesn't have the fastest turning turrets in the world. So if we can get his broadside, we can absolutely shred him. But unfortunately, he pushes out to try to torpedo our battleships. And he's got his guns ready to shoot the destroyer, so we've got to try to help our dude out, try to keep him alive. So we just go ahead and unload on him. We've got the HE going, trying to hit the superstructure. He then gives us a little bit more broadside, so I think, okay, maybe we go for the penetrations, and you can see we can get quite a few pins here. But then he's going to turn out just a little bit more, and all my shells are going to actually overshoot the back. We were hitting a pretty good shot into a superstructure, but as soon as we don't, he's able to be finished off by our teammates, which pretty much guarantees that we don't get the Kraken. We got less than 80 points left in this fight, and you can see I'm starting to get a little cocky here against this York, and I didn't recognize that the Champagne was coming back. Champagne unloads and just slams us with those railguns. Remember, it is very easy for a Champagne with those high-velocity guns to absolutely rail you. And it's gotten buffed recently, which give it a reload booster as well. You can see, once again, dodging the shells from the enemies, not that big a deal. But the game's over, unfortunately, so we're not going to get much more out of this. We do have a fire burning on the Champagne. We get a hit by the York here, and then we're just going to continue to shoot until the game ends. But overall, I think we did pretty well in this lobby. Could have done a little bit more damage, but we did the best that we could with what we had. And that's the main thing about this challenge, is taking ships out based on the wheel. Take a ship out, get a game in it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Was that a fun one? Is this a different way to play the game? Are you guys excited for more? Do you want to see me play specific tiers and specific types? Because I have those wheels as well. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.